A question I get asked a lot, and I find it incredibly important to address it. It seems timely because a lot of people are stocking up on ammo. And the question is, how much ammo should you have on hand? Well, I think the answer to that really, there's a lot of variables here. For the obvious reasons, and it depends on which gun you're talking about too. So I'm going to address 3 different types of guns and how much ammo you should have for those guns. All right, the first one I'm going to address is your primary carry, the gun that you carry daily, like your favorite carry. If you got like 20 carry guns, just pick the favorite one. And for that one, I'm going to recommend that you have at least 1,000 rounds. Now, I believe 1,000 is fine. So when I say at least, I don't mean like, well, you should have 20,000. Like, if you have 1,000 rounds, I mean, think about it. Put yourself in a situation where there may be an emergency. Are you going to pull that trigger more than 1,000 times? Like, just think about that for a second. Obviously, you want to have practice ammo and things like that too, but just putting yourself in a scenario where you can't buy ammo anymore, and how much should you have on hand? 1,000 rounds is plenty. The second type of gun that I'm going to say is kind of your go-to, call it a home defense, go to war gun, like whatever you want to call it. But that secondary gun, that would be something like a shotgun or like an AR, that sort of thing. So that secondary gun, whether it be a shotgun or it be an AR or like some sort of a semi-automatic rifle, or even really a shoot. If your secondary gun's a lever action, whatever that secondary gun is, that rifle or shotgun, essentially, I believe you're going to need 1,000 for it as well. 1,000 for that secondary gun, because a lot of people would argue the handgun is what you use to get to that other gun, and that other gun you're going to need 1,000 rounds for it as well. And I think you'll find you're going to have an abundance the whole time. Now, the third type is what I'm going to call like your hunting rifle, your other guns, just maybe you have, other guns, whatever those other guns are. I would argue the most important of the other guns would be your hunting rifle. For that particular gun, I'm going to argue, and this is going to be a strange number, but I'm going to argue 400 rounds. And I say 400 because my primary hunting rifle, I bought 400 rounds years ago, maybe about 7 years ago. And I bet I have about 320 of those rounds still, if not more, because you really only use that rifle, when you're hunting. Or if you're sighting in your scope or that sort of thing. So it's generally not in abundance. It's a small amount. And besides that, I'm going to throw in, maybe I should have said 4 guns, but I'm going to kind of categorize this last gun in the same category as the hunting rifle. Is just, again, like those other guns, the other ones that you have. Like what do you have those for? That sort of thing. So, and I think 400 is great. If you have like a revolver, for example, 400 rounds will do you great. So there you go. Any thoughts or insight on any of that? Definitely put it below. Do want to take a moment and say most people watch the channel, hey, they're not subscribers. Click that subscribe button. Greatly increases the algorithm and our ability to get these messages out. That link is also below. But the most important part of this channel, we take prayer requests. So please don't ever hesitate to send that in. Thank you for watching this episode of God, Family, and Guns. And as always, love God, love your family, and love guns.